Hello my Foonatics, it is Fufu here and welcome to PPL Season 4. So yeah, this is going to be my first match against Slyroh and the Pittsburgh Pyroars. And he's got a pretty, well, it's the team with my favourite pick of the entire draft. So, anyway, I'm going to be recording this live right now. I've been a bit pushed for time because my boyfriend is coming back from a really long holiday and I'm seeing him at the weekend. So I want to get this out of the way and I don't have to worry about it, along with doing my busy job stuff now that I'm an employed man of the world. That means that I'm just going to do this real quick. Where was I going with this? If you just want to see the battle, then skip to the time link in the description. However, I'm going to talk about what I'm bringing and why right now, so you can stay and listen to some fun ramblings. So, Slyroh's team will appear, and you will immediately see a Victini, and it is a scary, scary threat, probably one of the hardest to prepare for in Draft League format just because of the options that it has. I was very scared of it, and I decided to bring a weird lantern, because that's what you do when you see a scary Victini. It's got max defense investment, got a huge HP stat anyway, so investing in that doesn't actually help as much. So max defense. And then I've got enough speed to outspeed a -1 Victini. Why, you ask? Well, because I can take a hit from a Scarf physical Victini, and I can take another one and then rest up. However, if he's banded, I can only take one hit, so I then need to outspeed to be able to get a big hit off. So that is why I have got the speed investment. I don't take on a special Victini very well at all. I could have put an assault vest on this lantern and I would have been able to deal with it perfectly, but really there's nothing else on my team that would have been able to deal with a physical one. So this lantern is very much geared towards beating a physical Victini. Volt switch is there because slow volt switch is really great. Rest talk, as I say, just to beat the non-banded Victini sets basically. And that's why I brought this. If Victini is not physical, this thing is a little bit redundant, although Scold is very good against Slyroh's team. He really doesn't have any great switch-ins, so that's what I was thinking when I brought this lantern. The next Pokemon is the thing to deal with a special Victini, but hopefully also will just help out in terms of team support, and that is a Sylveon. Initially I was thinking of bringing a more offensive Sylveon, but because of things like Tentacruel and Steelix being around, it would have been a bit harder. Like Tentacruel takes a massive hit from Psyshock, and a Steelix that isn't specially defensive can take a lot from a Specs Hyper Voice, but really the wish support is a much more useful way of using this Sylveon. It would die quite quickly and it doesn't outspeed too much on his team. I have put Shadow Ball on there because I need to be able to deal with a Victini. It could be like a sub 3 attacks special set, so I need to be able to break subs. Hyper Voice will not touch subs, so I need to be able to do that. And if a Calm Mind Victini is the thing that I'm actually really scared of. So Shadow Ball will hopefully help to deal with the potential of that, because subs won't work. I can chip it a bit so that it can be revenged a lot more easily. That is the plan, anyway. Victini could still completely wreck my face. I don't feel very prepared for it at all. The next Pokemon that I'm bringing is going to be Sir Kill-A-Lot. This thing is just being brought as a check to another very scary Pokemon on Sly's team, and that is the flippin' Cresselia. So a sub Cresselia set, the subs are always broken by Heavy Slam, and I have Toxic to be able to get that whittle damage on. I have Stealth Rock to just get the chip on his team and help deal with Victini a little bit better. And then Earthquake is very good coverage against his team. There aren't many things that like to take an Earthquake. Those that do are Togekiss that gets wrecked by Heavy Slam, and also Rotom that is potentially the lightest Pokemon out there, that again takes about 50% from a Heavy Slam. So that's alright. I've done a little bit of speed in this guy because I don't want Druddigon to outspeed me, but it still might. The same with my Sylveon. I was trying to do enough speed so that Druddigon can't outspeed me, and also I potentially outspeed an uninvested Tyranitar, not that I expect an uninvested Tyranitar to come. So that's the first 3 Pokemon. We've got a couple of offensive mons coming right next. This is a Swords Dance Haxorus. He's only got 2 things that potentially outspeed me in Tentacruel and Victini, and then any Scarfers that he might want to bring. This thing actually outspeeds an Adamant Victini, I'm pretty sure. So if anything other than a positive speed Victini comes, then my Haxorus is going to be happy. Swords Dance is there just because, as I say, I don't feel the need to speed boost as much. EQ is powerful against his team. Mold Breaker means that even Rotom doesn't escape it. Neither does Cresselia, but I do have Dragon Claw there, which hits Cresselia a bit harder. Also hits Druddigon harder. It guarantees the Oko after Swords Dance. Might have been, well, no, probably. It depends on the Druddigon set, I guess. But if he's Harbanberry, that could be a little bit of an issue. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Poison Jab is there for the Togekiss, of course. Again, it might be Kebia Berry, it might not, because obviously Haxorus could be Unnerve, and maybe it should be, really, because Rotom at +2 Dragonclaw will KO Rotom, so maybe I should be Unnerve, because is there anything that, I mean, Tentacle could have a Shooker, I guess. I don't know, maybe I should be Unnerve. I'll have a quick think before the battle, but it's happening quite soon, so maybe not. David is here. David is here. Scald, as I've said, there aren't many switch-ins on Scald. I was debating Hydro Pump because it can get the Oko on some things, but then it also can miss, and I don't like missing. So Scald will hit Victini and revenge it, which is good. It also can hit Steelix quite hard, which is good, and can get burns on stuff. Ice Beam is there for Druddigon that resists the Scald, and also Togekiss gets hit quite hard from an Expert Belt Ice Beam. And then Psyshock is here for the Tentacruel and the potential Breloom, as well as just hitting more specially defensive Pokemon harder. I've gone with Analytic because it boosts my attacks if the opponent switches out. So for example, if a Victini is in and does not want to be taken out by a Scald, my Scald will be boosted for anything that switches in. So that's actually quite a useful ability. Natural Cure I might miss if I'm, say, wanting to get some damage on a Cresselia and it T-Waves me. That could be a scenario that happens, and I would be a little bit sad. Reflect Type is the only slightly goofy move here, because that's trying to prevent me from being Pursuit Trapped by Tyranitar. I'm not sure if it will work. We can see. Obviously Tyranitar could be Unnerve, and so a Colbur Berry is not a brilliant way of trying to not be Pursuit Trapped by Tyranitar. And I also think that Unnerve is not unlikely, because as I've said, Cresselia relies on Moonlight, which is kind of rubbish in the sand. So yeah, Unnerve might be a bit more likely. And finally, Buzzkill. This thing, it's meant to be a switch on Steelix. I can't really do too much to Steelix, depending on the set. I mean, if it's got a lot of attack, then Foul Play can do maybe 20-25%, and chipping obviously works better because I've got recovery, whereas he hasn't. He'd probably be relying on something like Stone Edge to hit me, which I can roost off. Toxic and Taunt are there for a Rest Talk Cresselia, because Aggron can't beat that, so that could be really, really bad. And also just having a Dark type. Oh, we've been shut off. That's not cool. Yeah, also, like Cresselia, it means that it can't be Rest Talk Psychic move, it has to be Fairy move, which means that Aggron can take even more hits. But I don't know about that. So basically, Rest Talk Cresselia and Calm Mind Victini are the things that I'm really scared of. Also, Dragon Dance Tyranitar just, like, I think it just beats my team single-handedly, so that's uncool. But I don't really know how I could deal with that better. Scarf Tyranitar, not so much, because I can play around with switching in on the coverage, but yeah, DD Tyranitar is not nice at all. I don't know how I would deal with that. But maybe just stop it from setting up. That's a good idea, Sam. Why don't you try that? Anyway, we'll get into the battle. It should be happening quite soon. See you there. Okay, so here we are live against Slyroh. He has got a team. It's pretty scary. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Because my Lantern potentially has to deal with Victini and the Bolty thing. And Sylveon maybe has to deal with Tyranitar. That could be quite hard to do. Yeah, and then Aggron might have to deal with Togekiss and Cresselia. This could be quite tricky. So what I think I'm going to lead with... I know that my Haxorus is kind of a wink on. Is that a Scarf? It's probably a Scarf Rotom, isn't it? That's not too scary, actually. It is kind of scary. I mean, being locked in, though, is not too scary. What do I lead with? I guess Haxorus isn't an awful lead. I want to break some walls, and it's just because I'm really scared of the Steelix lead, and it'll be hard to break, and I do actually really want to just get a massive hit on, but I'm kind of worried. Let's see how much Steelix is thinking. My laptop is going to absolutely die, by the way, and I do purely apologize about that. There's not much that I can do. Oh no, it doesn't matter about that. I just want to know Steelix's bit. How much does Heavy Slam do? Are you kidding me? It just destroys me. Oh no, that's with sand. None. It just destroys me. It does actually literally just destroy me. Oopsie, I clicked on the wrong thing. So yeah, I could lead and taunt with Buzzkill. That might not be an awful lead. Tyranitar is also quite scary. Yeah, Steelix is just going to be really hard to deal with, though. I should have put Hydro on Star, but then, I mean, if I'm trying to revenge Victini with Star and I miss a Hydro, I could just get swept. So, I don't know what the best thing to do is right now. Buzzkill seems like the safest lead. Or I could go Haxorus just to get that one hit off on Steelix, even though it doesn't even do that much. Let's see. Item Life Orb, because I'm jolly, not adamant. EQ. Yeah, this is probably the Steelix that he'd have. 44 to 52%, is it worth it? Probably not. How about my Starmie? Starmie is even more important though. How much does it take? At level 50. Earthquake does a ton! Oh my god! That does so much damage, and this isn't even max attack. Like, it just does so much damage. Yeah, so that's a bit of a problem. So I could lead Aggron, and just get some EQ damage on it, just like 30 to whatever. But I could then maybe put it in range of my Starmie, which is really what I need to do. But Aggron's so important. I think maybe just go with Mandibuzz then. Mandibuzz is probably a good idea. Yeah. Shall we lead with Mandibuzz? Let's lead with Mandibuzz. What's a better stop to this though? Because Mandibuzz might be a better stop. I'm actually thinking maybe I'm just gonna need Aggron. This Victini just comes out. Okay, so that's fine. We can see what he wants to do. I'm gonna go into my Lantern. That's really interesting that he just went Victini straight away. Lantern is my easy switch in. If he turns out to be special, I think he's gonna U-turn here, most likely. A blue flare, okay. That's fine. So I can just go for a Scald right now, as getting this damage on is really, really nice. Yeah, there's nothing really. I'm guessing that Crest is probably his Scald switch in, but if I can get a burn on that, that would be fantastic. Nothing really wants to switch in on my Lantern, and this could be AV. It could be AV, which means that he won't take much from the Scald at all. But just getting some damage on would be really helpful. So I could see what kind of Victini that is right now, which is probably a very wise thing to do. Victini against my Lantern, which is like 444. That may well be Specs Blue Flare, but that's because I'm like away. No, that is just simple. Yeah, so we might get a burn on this, which potentially is not ideal, but we don't. Now, Cress is a bit annoying here. I don't want this to be toxic, but it doesn't matter too much, and I'd rather this be toxic than anything else because this has rest talk. So we see the lefties there. Yeah, we'll see what he wants to do. I think I'll just go into Aggron here because I can get my rocks up that way, which would be great. It would be really helpful if I could do that. I might outspeed this. I probably will, I think, just because I'm very, very fast. So this might actually not be the best play. I could go for HP Ground. That is something that I've considered. I think that the switch into Aggron is my best play here, though, because Sub might be coming. If it's HP Ground, that's awful. No, it's Shadow Ball. That's fine. So he could be Carmine Shadow Ball. That did a reasonable amount of damage. I'm going to go Stealth Rock here. I don't know what he might want to go into, but we're kind of happy right now. That did quite a lot of damage. I guess Aggron before it megas has even less special defense, but I do have max HP, so let's have a check of this Cresselia. Because Cresselia is not particularly strong, and that was just a Shadow Ball. So yeah, I think it's invested in special attack. So that makes it a lot. Well, I'd say it makes it a lot less scary. It means that I don't have to be as cautious with both of my stuff. Yeah, because so Victinia's coming straight back in. I now know that it's special, so I can go into Sylveon, and I should be okay there. I don't know. We will see, because I think Energy Ball is coming out here. No Blue Flare again, which does quite a lot of damage. I can just Wish Up here, I guess, or Shadow Ball, because I think that it's very likely that Steelix is coming in now. What did I want to do with Steelix? I mean, any damage on Steelix is good damage on Steelix, so probably just Shadow Ball. Does this thing get anything that will be super effective? No, it doesn't. So yeah, I think just Shadow Ball here. Hyper Voice does more, but Shadow Ball is like a safer middle, so maybe just that. He might want to stay in as well. Wait, how much does it do? 42. Yeah. Because he might want to just stay in, thinking that I can't do anything to him, which is kind of true. But if I can get this damage, it doesn't actually matter. I don't need my Sylveon as much. So we can get some damage on Steelix. That's nice damage. Basically getting damage in before it megas with that special attack stat is pretty good. Now I'm going to go into Buzzkill. It does mean that he's getting up his rocks, but he's only got Defog on his team, and he's got a Victini that doesn't like rocks, so I'm not too upset about that. As he does go for the Earthquake, interestingly. I'm not sure what that was predicting. It probably KO'd Sylveon anyway, but it might have been predicting a Water-type switch in. So now I'm just going to Foul Play, gauge for damage. It's not looking especially defensive, it's looking much more offensive. The way he went for Earthquake as well, I think he's more of an offensive Steelix, which shouldn't be able to do too much to me, but actually, no, looking at that damage, he's definitely more bulky. I can Taunt here, actually. Let's just Taunt here, because we might want to try and get his... As I've said, though, yeah, but I don't know, switching in on him, for me, seems hard. I don't know. Let's just keep getting damage, I think. I don't think that he's gonna... Or I could just make an offensive switch into Starmie, seeing as though I'm going for foul play, and he could just switch into his bird. His bird. Let's taunt here, because if he switches into bird, that's fine. Yeah, and no, just roost. So I've got some damage on Steelix. That's definitely in Scold range now, so that's really good. Basically, that's the... Oh, he could be a Scarf Victini, of course. What am I talking about? So yeah, that Rotom may well not be Scarfed. So anyway, Steelix is not looking like it's Rest Talk, but it could be. It could be Rest Talk. Those two attacks would be quite hard to deal with. I'm just going to rest up here. Roost. I'm roosting. I am roosting. As this thing comes in, now this thing is a problem. Big problem. I don't know what set it is. This thing is the big problem. If I keep this thing healthy, then I'm probably able to take on Cresselia with it, so I don't need this as much. Because the rock move is coming, Stealth Rock is coming, that's fine. I know that my EQ does more to this. Yeah, my EQ does more to this than the Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam does not do very much. So yeah, let's do that. If he goes into Rotom, I'm going into my Lantern, because it can't do anything to me. Even if he burns me, I can rest off the burn, so that's good. So it's not going too badly. Rocks are up and definitely hurt his team a lot more than mine. I wonder what this T-Tar set is. He probably has EQ. So going into the Rotom now, wanting to get a burn or something, that's okay. You can take all the other stuff and damage and things. As burning this, he'll think he'll have got a victory there, but I think I'll rest this turn, maybe? What's the likely switch in? Maybe Cress. If Cress is sub 3 attacks, that's a bit of a pain. I'm just going to rest. And we'll go for a Sleep Talk next turn. So yeah, let's go for a Sleep Talk and hope for a Scald Burn would be nice, just because the Whittle damage on this would be really great, but actually maybe not. I'd probably want oh, there's the burn. I don't know, I can beat this. I can beat this with Taunt now. I don't think this can do very much to me, Side Shock. Yeah, I'm defensive, so you're not going to be able to do anything to me. I will beat this, so... Probably just going to Scald again. I beat you one-on-one. Why did you do that? I beat you one-on-one. I'm just going to rest right now. Do I rest right now? No, I just Scald again. Psycho Shift, that's... So I guess because Toxic, yeah, I had loads of stuff with Toxic, so that makes sense. You can't Psycho Shift an Aggron though, so that wouldn't work there. I guess Shadow Ball, Moonlight, Psyshock, Psycho Shift. Interesting. Not what I saw coming. Definitely not what I saw coming. But now you have to take another Scald or something, and I think you're just going to Moonlight. Interesting that he did opt for the Sand Moonlight combination. I didn't really expect that, to be fair. Yeah. So now Scald is coming. He doesn't have much for this Lantern at all. I'm quite pleased with how this Lantern worked out. Yeah, so unless it's like a Nasty Plot Togekiss, that will be able to beat it, and obviously like an EQ from Steelix. It's definitely a bulkier Steelix. Let's see. It's a really bulky Steelix. Unless I got a really low foul play roll with Mandibuzz, I think it might even be defensive, which is weird. Let's see. Let's see how much. No, that was just low foul play roll. That's fine. That was. Oh yeah. So he's Bidef, I think. So, yeah, he's taking his time here. I don't know how he's going to beat this Lantern. He's probably not. I'm just going to see Blue Flare, how much PP it has, because I don't think it has too much. No, I'm not going to see. I can't be bothered to see. I'm just going to wait. Have I disconnected? I'm just going to check if I've disconnected. No, I haven't. He's just taking his time. So this comes in. If I get a burn on this, that would be pretty snazzy. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay, so now I have to switch in on this again. Probably going to be stuck kill a lot. It can take 2 EQs. Does Buzzkill? Buzzkill might beat the Crest. What do I need this for? Maybe killing this. No, I should be okay. This does a lot of damage to it. This definitely kills it. Unless it's got that very thing. I'm going to switch in on this. I think it's probably the easiest EQ of his life. Yeah, it is. It is the easiest EQ of his life. I don't think it's banded, but it might be. No, it's Lum. We've seen it's Lum. That did a lot of damage, and I probably outspeed, to be fair. 1, 2, 4, like, yeah, I could. I'm not going to risk it though, because we've seen this Lantern is amazing. Once this has died, it kind of just wins. Let's see, Lantern, I don't actually think it does enough to Steelix though, because Lantern's really weak. EQ, how much are you doing? Nope. Okay, oh baby, oh baby. We can heavy slam here, Fire Blast. Oh boy, that was a miss. That was a bad miss. Specs might have killed. I actually didn't do the calc. I have no idea how much that was doing. Probably would have killed, but flamethrower is a thing. I'm really sorry, but I'm not sorry because I want my Aggron to eat stuff. So this thing takes some damage. At this stage, I mean, Blue Flare is so likely, but do I even... Blue Flare is just so likely. Is this... No, it's not Specs. We've seen it. It's probably Scarf. Do I need this? Do I need this? Yeah, I kind of want it for... No, I don't need it though. I don't need it. Blue Flare, it just takes me out. This is okay. I can go into Starmie right now and get... Okay, it's lefties. Lefties, 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 lefties. I can go into Starmie, take it out from there. I think it does. Starmie, please do your job. I picked you first for a reason! Please, Victini. Now, it could be bulky, but I don't think it is. And so what am I doing? I'm taking my time, that's what I'm doing. Glad, item, expert belt. Oh, that should definitely kill. Like, so should kill. It definitely should kill. Like, and if this thing wants to outspeed Haxorus, it has to be fast, fast. Like, not slow fast, but fast, fast. We've seen the T-Tower's Lum, so I don't have to worry about Scarf, so I should be able to kill that too. I guess that Crest comes in right now. Yeah. If I get a burn with the... Oh no, the sand's running out. God damn it. I was going to say, with the sand and burn might be killed because I've got Analytic, but probably not. But I can just switch straight into my Lantern then. But it's okay because he's got no defog, and Victini will have to take rocks each time, which is really great. So I can just force it out and I should be okay. The things that I'm going to struggle to kill in terms of... Steelix is almost dead, Tyranitar is almost dead. We haven't seen what Rotomit is yet, but I need my Lantern around to handle that well. I mean, Haxorus, even if Haxorus outspeeds, unless it's Scarf, it probably is Scarf, because we've seen this as lefties now. Okay. Right. That was a bad miss for him. That was a really bad miss. This should do good damage. If I burn... Oh my god! I just kill it. I just kill it. That's so good. That's so good. I'm so sorry, Sly, for that Fire Blast miss. It was Specs, then it would kill, but if it's Specs, then he wouldn't have defog anyway. And I could easily kill that with an Ice Beam from this, like easily. So, unless it was Life Orb, and that probably still did enough. I'm gonna aggro on. I've been really lucky this match. But to be fair, in the GBA last season, I was really unlucky for the first half. Like, there were so many matches that were decided by a roll that I just lost. So that's really sad for me, but it's not sad right now because so the Rotom's coming in. Have we seen what the Rotom's done so far? Yeah, we have seen what the Rotom's done. Just so that like what he should do right now is hard switch, because I'm going to take 18 plus whatever the Rotom goes for, which is not going to be good. I doubt he's going to Volt. I need this. Do I need this? Yeah, as I say, I need that in case energy ball. No, I don't, because I outspeed it, and so I can probably just go into Sylveon right now. I think I can just go into Sylveon right now. Yeah, Shadow Ball comes out, and I can take it. So I think I'm just gonna Wish here. I want Sylveon to be relatively healthy, I guess. Yeah, I want it to be relatively healthy, I think. As Steelix is coming in, I could either keep this for myself or give it to Buzzkill. How much was the Heavy Slam doing? I don't think it was doing too much. And that was the attack he was going for, so... Because if Heavy Slam, if Buzzkill can switch in on it quite easily, 29%, yeah, he can switch on it really easily. I'm just going to Protect here, get my Sylveon back to full. As it does have Rest, so that's a bit scarier actually. A little bit scarier. I'm just going to switch straight into Buzzkill. I can Taunt it. Yeah, I can Taunt it right now. So it doesn't get this attack off, I get a bit more lefties. And then proceed to Foul Play again. Yeah, so we'll just Foul Play, get this chip off. I beat it one-on-one, we've seen. So I beat it one-on-one. That was a higher roll. I think I'll Roost this turn so I can Taunt next turn and then Foul Play. Like I beat this Steelix as long as I keep it taunted. So that's good. That's what my Buzzkill was there for. I didn't think Mandibuzz had a particularly good matchup this match, but it was just for having something for Steelix. It was actually a big threat. So yeah, Steelix is actually my favourite pick of the entire draft. Mega Steelix. It was relatively cheap. I think that Slyroh did well drafting it with Sand, because that is when it actually becomes a threat. And I think people will overlook that when doing calcs for prep. So for example, Steelix in Sand with Stone Edge would be doing quite a lot, and if it was attack invested, because I don't think that's attack invested. So if it's attack invested in Sand with Stone Edge, then my Mandibuzz didn't really deal with it too well. But as it stands, he went for a Spadef Rest Talk set, so that's not going to be working out too well for him. So now he's going into Lizzie again. I don't have my Aggron to switch in, so this could be a bit hard, but I do have my Sylveon that can hopefully come in on this. It is defensive, it can't come in on this at all. It just can't do that. I'm going to Hyper Voice here, I have to. Yeah, but then I get my Starmie in, yeah. Because he'll have to sack something, so yeah, he hits again. So that's fine. I get my Starmie in, and I get to kill something, basically. Rotom, I think, even dies to the Scald, so I'm just going to go for a Scald here. And if this goes down, then I don't really need my Sylveon much more. Yeah, I just don't. Starmie will be able to close this out soon. It's just the Rotom he's needing to keep alive, but it's coming in on all the hazards and stuff, which is pretty good. Yeah, so it's going alright. I could still lose out, but we'll see. I've got my Haxorus that's potentially not going to do too much this match. It doesn't really do very much at all. So Rotom's coming in. Obviously Scarf at this stage, and really, definitely Shadow Ball should be the move it goes for. So I don't actually know what I want to do right now, because I'm not sure how much it will do to my Lantern. Lantern probably won't take it too well, because as I say, it's not very specially defensive, and it's got all the other stuff to worry about. So what is it, Rotom? I'm going to calc for Modest. Shadow Ball. Modest Shadow Ball against Lantern. Yeah, I think that would be a 2-hit KO with Rocks and Sand and Burn. So I can't switch into it right now. So I need to sack something else. And I need everything else, so I really kind of have to go into Haxorus at this stage. Yeah, I have to go into Haxorus because I need everything else. As he went for Volt Switch, which is so good and so risky. Like, yeah, that's really good because it means it gets more damage on the Rotom. Whatever comes in won't like taking all this damage. I think I am actually just going to EQ right here. I don't really have switches, and this will put it in range of Starmie, I think. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to tech because this is Starmie. This is fully specially defensive. I'm Expert Belt, and I'm Scald. And I'm just going to go fully specially defensive. Steelix. Careful. At level 50. I can't make any mistakes here because if Starmie goes down, I lose 2. The thing, Scald does kill, and that is Mega Steelix, max special defense in the sand. Like Scald kills, so I get a kill here. His best thing to do right now is, I guess, sacking this. But once he does that, then I can sack my Mandibuzz. So it's sort of sack for sack at the moment. Yeah, so he sacks this and goes into Rotom. But now I can sack my Mandibuzz, so that's fine. And if he goes for the Shadow Ball, I think even Lantern survives Rocks plus everything. But yeah, I just need to kill the Victini. So if he Volt Switches here, he won't even kill my Mandibuzz. But yeah, I've won this basically. He did go for the Shadow Ball, which is fine. I'm just going to go for foul plays here. Basically, because he would have to go for an electric type move there. He's going to, when he gets his next kill, he's going to be in on Victini, which means I get to go into Starmie and either kill the Victini or the Rotom, and then I win. So at this stage, I think it's a foregone conclusion. I don't really foresee anything that could change that at this stage. So Victini will come in. I don't think it will die to this foul play, because it will be, yeah, 50%. I don't think I'll be doing 50%. He actually stages in with a Rotom, so I can kill that. And there was no point roosting there, really. I don't think it would have saved differential, because he could have hard switched into Victini and like thundered me, and I'm defensive, so I'm just going to foul play here. He does have the Thunder. And I live! And I'm paralyzed, but I get it. Yeah. Oh my god, Mandibuzz! Mandibuzz I was not even thinking of killing. Yeah. Buzzkill, living up to its names. Oh, wow! That was such a great first match. That was so brilliant. Thank you very much, Slyroh. That really went to plan, apart from, I know that the Togekiss thing was really, really bad, and it was really bad. I don't necessarily, you can't say if it was game-changing or not. I was doing that calc, actually. I was doing that calc. Let's do that calc. I guess he had done the calc and he knew that it would KO, because otherwise why would you stay in with a Togekiss on a thing? Let's just go Modest Specs. No, we'll go Modest Life Orb, because if he was Specs, then I got a kill. So either way, I would have got a kill. So we'll do this. We'll go Fire Blast. Okay, yeah, that would have killed. That would have killed. If he was Life Orb, if he was not a boosting item, then it probably wouldn't have killed, because I think I was, what, 75%. So he had to be Life Orb or Specs for that to matter. 72%. Well, it was a roll. He was playing with a roll. He was either playing with a roll. If he was Life Orb or Expert Belt, then that was an issue. And if he was Specs, not as much of an issue, because as I say, I would just be able to get a kill with Starmie. Starmie really living up to my first pick as well. So yeah, really, really great match. Really happy with the 3-0 first week. I feel like that was a very strong performance. Everything on my team pretty much did what it was supposed to. Lantern surpassed expectations. That set was the perfect set to bring, apparently. So that was really great, and just very happy. I feel like I sometimes build the matches up in my head, so that like Cresselia becomes this unkillable thing, and Steelix becomes this thing that's going to take down 2 or 3 of my mons before I'm able to dent it. But obviously that was not the case, just because I prepped quite well this week. I feel like coming off my rocky GBA season, it's going to be interesting here, because I know that I've got a much better draft, so hopefully things will go better. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really enjoyed this. It's live because basically I don't really have another way of doing it, but maybe if you like it, then I'll do it like this in the future. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about that. All that's left to be said is I've been foofootoo, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.